Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to my live. It is the 16th of September 2024, and I'm trying to do this every Monday, 7 p.m. Give you guys an hour of information that I know, if it can help anybody in any way, to give them direction of the things that I do that help me be 51 years old. Well, I'll be 51 next month, right? But be 51 years old and be able to spar with 20-year-olds. Trying to fight, right? Fight for a cause. And being at my age, I'm doing something right. And I'm trying to show people how to help their bodies repair, restore, regenerate, so that we recognize that we got a chance, right? We got a chance in this toxic world that's breaking us down. As a lot of you know, my YouTube is about nanobiotechnology that's in the food system, that's getting into our body, it's like putting sand in a gas tank. It don't belong there, shouldn't be there, and you're gonna have all kinds of fucking problems. It's not one problem, it's not two problems, all kinds of fucking problems, because it don't belong there, right? Sand don't belong in the gas tank, and technology doesn't belong in our body. All right, so these are the things that I have learned throughout the years, and I'm showing, my food lifestyle, my diet lifestyle, my regimens. Today, the focus today, I want to talk about what I stay away from when I'm looking at products, when I'm looking at food products, when I'm looking at cream products, anything that I put on my body, hygiene, my teeth, spray, gel, any of those things. Anything that goes under my skin or into my mouth, I need to know what it contains so that it doesn't drop my immune system, because that's the focus. No drop in the immune system. The immune system is like having soldiers in the front line, and you fucking make them go take a break for 8 hours. And then all the toxicity, all the shit comes in, the body starts breaking down psychologically, emotionally, physically, mentally, like all kinds of fucking breakdowns, because we're not supposed to have the amount of toxicity that we live in today. The list is too long to go over, but if we can stop technology from breaking down our cells, then we're taking care of everything. So that's my standpoint. That's where I work from. So if we can stop the effects of this technology fucking up our system, we got everything else covered. That's my standpoint, and these are the things that I stay away from. All right. So I'm going to go down the list of some basics, right? There's more, but these are some basics, so that when you're grabbing your food product, or you go to your kitchen and you open the cabinet, you look and you're seeing what's breaking you down. You're seeing that what you thought you were eating, you're actually eating something else added to that you thought you were staying away from, that we think we're staying away from. It's not about you, it's a we think, because we all got this fucking problem that we're facing, and the level of toxicity is what I'm saying. So what drops down the immune system? Quick recap, I say it all the time. It's nightshade fruits, nightshade vegetables, nightshade grains, nightshade nuts, and I said nightshades. I'll be writing in the comment section this little list so that you guys can see and go back and see what it is that I'm saying, so you can look it up and start looking for yourself what I'm talking about. Nightshades are foods that are natural, that drop the immune system because they have a high lectin protein, meaning the lectin level is so high that it drops the immune system. What's a lectin? You can look that up, but it's part of nature. Are lectins bad? No. But are high lectins bad? Yes, when you're not trying to drop your immune system in a toxic reality. It is, right? So our great grandparents knew how to do this naturally. They didn't know that they knew, but this is how they cooked and they showed us, but we don't do what they do or what they used to do, right? And I'll give an example of what I'm talking about. But our great grandparents, they already knew how to avoid this high lectin protein in the food, in the natural foods that drop the immune system and that brings down the guard, right? For inflammatory effects, meaning the body it's on defense because it just got attacked in every fucking way and direction. So we can't get better if we're under attack. The body can't fix itself if it's under attack. So I don't allow my body to be under attack because I never drop my guard, because I'm paying attention to what's going in my mouth and what I put on my skin. I still enjoy life, but I bob and weave through this motherfucker, it'll knock me the fuck out, right? And the after effects that I'm getting from it is I'm younger, I'm stronger, I'm fucking faster, and I'm better. I didn't expect that shit, but this is what became of me trying to fight off this technology. I got better, right? I regenerated. It's something amazing. So it's not just keeping up our guard, right? It's also adding nutrients so that we give our cells, which are our soldiers, tools to fucking rebuild, redo, regenerate. Because they're not going to be able to get anything done if we don't give it to them. We got to give it to them. I mean, we have to feed ourselves back into strength and power, right? In repair and regeneration. It's like sending your workers to work and you don't give them no fucking tools and then you're mad at them for not getting shit done. It's because you didn't give them the tools they need to go to fucking work. And that's called nutrients. Those tools are called nutrients. Where do we find them? In foods, right? And so that's why I feed ourselves back into health. My next video for next Monday, I'm going to show you guys the flours that I use to make bread, to thicken things, anything that I use for starch to make bread. I'm going to show you what I use. Today I'm going to show you what I don't use and what flours I don't touch and why I don't touch them and how they bring down the guard, right? But the next one will be about those flours so you guys can make some bread and enjoy life. Bread, life without bread is like life without wine, right? Life without honey, life without fat and delicious saltiness. We have to enjoy life for when we taste things. And so this is not about removing things, it's making an adjustment, make sure we're adding the right things to get stronger, right? Stronger. All right, so we're going to start with the basic one. Most people already know this one, but I'm going to say it anyways because not everybody's on the same page, right? It's high fructose corn syrup. Why are we staying away from high fructose corn syrup? It's altered sugar, changed in its format and its chemistry. You can look that up, why to stay away from it. But it's the corn factor that I'm staying away from and that I'm looking at. Anything that says corn, I stay away from. Anything that says rice, I stay away from. It says wheat, I stay away from. It says oats, I stay away from. It says barley, I stay away from. It says sugarcane, I stay away from. It's a no-go. Why do I stay away from these things? Oh, and I forgot the most important one, soy. Soy does the same thing, drops the immune system, and it has an extra added problem. It creates, induces, gives to the body estrogen. Estrogen is a female hormone that if we have too much of it, it'll fuck us up. Soy is in every product you touch in a regular grocery store. You go to a regular grocery store, you might find 5 products that don't have it. That's pretty fucking bad. That's pretty prevalent of estrogen in everything that we consume and rub on our body and brush our teeth with and mouthwash with and hair gel. We're getting so much estrogen that is why men got big old titties bigger than mine. You know, they got titties because it develops breasts because it's making our men into women. It collects in the thyroid, and I'll explain why it collects in the breast. And the thyroid fucks up that gland, and people got to remove that gland, and that it's a serious regulator, and to remove it causes a lot of problems. So we want to keep all of our glands, right? And in the ass, the hip area, we got men with rounded asses that are feminine because our men are being turned into women. Because if you want to break down a species, you make they're the strongest ones you got, your men, you turn them into women. All right, turn them into women that brings their physicality, their strength, their ability down, and that's our guard. For families, for children, and for women, our guard is our men, and they're being turned into women. Anybody wants to get mad about that shit? Bring it on, bring it on. Let's have a little fucking chit chat. I don't care if I offended anybody. It is what it is because I'm talking about a large scope. I'm not talking about you or your fucking problems or your in fucking securities or your hates. I'm talking about large scale, our species, right? What's happening to our species? The thyroid, right here, the breast and the hips. That's why women got asses that are too big. Like you have a nice big ass, but when it's too big, you can't put your fucking pants on, that kind of shit, right? And you can't bring it down, and you don't know why you can't bring it down. It's because it's collecting all of this excess estrogen from soy products. That anything that says soy in the back, stay away from, don't fucking touch it. We're talking instant boob development, instant boob development. And after a while, you're just like, why am I a man and I got bigger titties than my fucking girlfriend? Why? It's this. This is the factor. Stay away from anything that says soy. I stay away from anything that says soy. Going back, it collects in these areas, these locations that I told you, because soy mimics or looks the same. It's like the same type of marker as iodine. The body needs iodine, and so the body thinks the soy is iodine, and it'll collect it where iodine gets collected. These are the places where iodine collects. So because the body is getting soy and it thinks soy is the same as iodine, these motherfuckers are getting fucked up right here, fucked up right here, and fucked up right here. And that's a no-go. That's a no-go when you're trying to make strong human beings that function. A thyroid is so important to function. Our glands are our sensors. We take sensors out of a car, your car don't fucking work right until that sensor gets put back. So people battle with their health because they don't have their sensors because they had to take it out. Why they have to get it taken out? Because it was loaded with excess estrogen instead of iodine that we need, right? So it's a very important factor. So soy is not just dropping your immune system, it's turning our men into women. Oh, and it also makes, so that we know when women have excess estrogen, they desire and crave female men. You feel what I'm saying? The more feminine the man is, the more the woman desires that because she has too much fucking estrogen in her system. I can attest to this, right? I can attest to this. When you get birth control, also estrogen, right? Excess estrogen. What you desire in your men changes when you get that shit out. How you desire your men changes. I won't go into that anymore, maybe some other day. But I recognize that, right? Personally. So it's high fructose corn syrup, no. Modified corn starch or food starch. Stay away from because it's corn. It's this genetically modified corn. That's the problem. I'll explain why genetically modified corn, genetically modified soy, genetically modified wheat, genetically modified oats, all these things drop the immune system and it's genetically modified with drain cleaner. So it's like fuckery on top of fuckery. It's like a 7-layer, 7-layer dip. This shit got so many fucking layers of fuckery to it. There's not just one thing, it's not just two things, it's fucking us up on all kinds of fucking levels. But to genetically modify drain cleaner into these seeds of grass grains, everything I just listed are grass grains. It's nightshades of grass grains, drop the immune system naturally, but when it's engineered with drain cleaner, it's a Trojan horse effect. It goes in there because the guard is down, and now drain cleaner is taking out our important metals, because that's what drain cleaner does. It removes metals from drains, right? So it removes metals from our functionality, our thinking, called our enzymes, which are proteins with metal centers. So you start taking that shit out, we start becoming unraveled, dysfunctional, not working right as a society, as a world. I'm gonna repeat myself video after fucking video, and I know I'm doing it. I care to do it, because the more we hear it, the more we get an idea of what the fuck is going on, because nobody's talking about it like this. Everybody's talking fucking theory. And when we waste our time talking in theory, ain't nobody getting shit done, because they're in the middle of nowhere, because they're stuck in theory. This is what it is. This is what it can be proved to be. Now what the fuck are we going to do about it? And those are the actions that I'm taking. What we're doing about it. You know, I just realized I didn't even check to see. So sorry. I want to see if anybody's there so I can say hi. If anybody's there. I talk so much that I forget it's very important to say hi to people. Anybody's there. I talk so much that I forget it's very important to say hi to people. All right. It'll come up in a minute. If you guys have any questions or any doubts about something, feel free to ask me, and I'll be more than happy to if you guys have any questions answer. Or any doubts about something, feel free to ask me. Gotta turn the volume down on this thing. Sorry about that feedback. Didn't have it set up right. My friend Lourdes, she's my best friend. I grew up with her. I know her since I was 13 years old. She always sends me, Michelle, what do you think about this product? What do you think about this product? Or look at this product I just found. So she finds me great products that don't drop the guard, don't drop the immune system. And then I try it, and it makes my life happy, right? I just had pasta for the first time since 2017. I haven't had pasta. So yesterday was the first time I've had pasta, because my friend Lourdes showed me about it. Showed me where to go get a cassava pasta with nothing else in it. Fucking tastic. Next week I'll show you guys my flours, the pasta that Lourdes showed me, and how we can still eat our starches and still enjoy life, having some bread, right? Making some bread. I eat bread every day, by the way. I eat bread every day. But I eat bread that makes you better, not bread that fucks you up, that has drain cleaner in it, that's fucking up our system. Go on tandems, right? So it's modified cornstarch, food starch. You don't want to take that when you look at the back of your products. Natural flavors I stay away from, because natural flavors can be 21 different ingredients, including soy. So they can put ingredients in without telling you what it is under the name natural flavors. There's another ingredient in natural flavors. You could look this up and check out for yourself. It's called enhanced flavoring. And what it is it's hard to believe, but it is what it is. Like I say, you can look up and search this stuff for yourself. It's baby parts from aborted babies, right? It's aborted baby tissue. It's called flavor enhancers, and that's how you make people cannibals and give them what is like mad cow disease. People who eat their own species, cows that eat their own species, go fucking insane, right? And so they slip that shit under natural flavors. Fuck that shit, right? Then you got monosodium glutamate, which is MSG. That makes you constantly fucking hungry. If it's a flavor enhancer, you want more, you gotta have more. It's a drug that makes you want more. So even though you just ate 2 fucking pizzas, you still want some more, because it's full of MSG. Not just pizza, it's fucking and everything. So you gotta make sure that when you're looking, there's no monosodium glutamate. MSG is its acronym. Parabens, anything that has parabens. It's in your lotions, it's in toothpaste, it's in tortillas. They put this shit in everything. So you gotta look at the back of your stuff and make sure there's no parabens. That's female hormone, that's estrogen. So it's another layer of estrogen on top of soy, right? We're just becoming, not that something's wrong with being feminine, right? Because I'm a female. But there's something wrong when everybody's excess feminine, because it takes away your will and desire. Excess estrogen takes away will, desire, creates fatigue. It's too much. You know, anything too much of something, too much water will drown your ass. You know, you don't want to drown, you want to drink some water, but you don't want to fucking drown. So we got to stay away. I stay away from these ingredients. Peanuts and cashews. Those are nightshades, and people eat the shit out of those. I eat, in place of those, I have pecans and walnuts. Those are my choices. So I trade that for this, and it makes my life happy, because I can still eat, but I'm not eating any that's breaking down my fucking immune system, right? Another one, Xanthian Gum. Base is corn. I'm going to go into what things are made from bases of corn that are burnt down to the point where you can have it and it doesn't affect your body. I found out the hard way, right? And things that are not broken down from corn and will affect the body and drop the immune system. I'll explain that in a minute. But xanthian gum, I stay away from. Any gums, I stay away from. Soy lecithin, okay, not lectin. They sound the same, not the same thing, right? So soy lecithin is a stabilizer, a fat compound that brings everything together so it homogenizes. It looks all pretty and neat and together. It's called an emulsifier, right? But soy is the problem. So soy anything, soy lecithin, soy anything, I stay away from. And you can find, I guarantee you, go to your kitchen right now, turn everything around, you're going to find soy lecithin and fucking everything. Your toothpaste, you can find it in everything. And those are the adjustments that I've made in my life to keep all that shit off so that I could be a strong female, not a fucking weak, broke down, spongy, lethargic, no mental fucking capacity to push forward, you know. All that stuff is affected by what we put into our body. All right, silicone dioxide, also corn-based. Dextrose, corn-based. So silicone dioxide is added to dextrose. So they get mixed together. You can look this stuff up yourself, like I said, right? And so I just stay away from anything that says silicone dioxide, anything that says dextrose. You find these in your vitamins, you find it in your supplements, you find it in your fucking toothpaste, you find it in everything. You find it in your seasonings. I'm saying these things so you go look and you go check these things out right now in your house, in your kitchen, in your bathroom, in your shampoos. You go look these things up. And silica. Now, these things, because they come from a corn base and haven't been burnt down or processed through where it doesn't drop the immune system, by the time it gets to me, I don't touch them. Now, what do I mean by that? There are supplements that come from a corn base but have been processed to the point it doesn't break or drop the immune system. I can see it because it doesn't tear through my skin. This is how I know. And I tested these things, or not I recognized these things before I knew this. And now that I know this, I know that's where I had to start looking. I'm like, why if this is a corn base, I can take this, but I have this that's a corn base and it's fucking tearing me up. What's the difference right here? So let me give an example. Roses are nightshades, the plants of a nightshade, right? So if I eat a food that's a caper, that's a rosebud, a pickled rosebud. In Italian food is fucking fantastic. It's a touch of a taste that is special to Italian cuisine, right? Italian food, capers. And that pickled rosebud, I can't have because my skin will start tearing up in different places, meaning the tech starts breaking down through my system because my guard is down, drop my immune system, right? Because it's a nightshade. It has a high lectin protein. I'll explain that, what the difference is between something that has a lectin protein and a high lectin protein. Big fucking difference. The caper that I eat will break me down, but yet I can have essential oil of rose essential oil, and put that on my body because it's the still process, right? So it's getting the vapor and dropping, and then by that time I can put it on my body and it won't drop my immune system. I only know this because I was doing these things without knowing it was dropping my immune system or not dropping my immune system before I had to learn. So this is a work in progress. I suffered a lot of years with a lot of tears. I mean, I had it to the point where my ass looked like ground beef. When I say my ass, I mean my fucking cheeks look like raw ground beef in a package. Just torn the fuck up. I got more scars on my body that I have to figure out what I'm gonna do about them. You know, my face is scarred up. I have spots fucking everywhere. I look like a constellation, you know, stars. I say this in my videos because I'm not trying to hide it from the information, but I don't like to show it. You know, nobody likes to fucking show that shit. But it's a fact. And so this is why I know these things. And so these are all the trials and errors that I went through, that I had to go research and investigate. Why this but not that? Why does this do this and this don't do that? So that I can bring this information to you guys, right? So I can bring this information to you guys so you don't have to go through all that fucking hell, and you can just get this and not that. Make your life simple. Make your life simple. In our vitamins and our minerals, we'll notice that if we turn them back and you look at the ingredients, and we're not trying to eat rice and we're not trying to eat corn with the drain cleaner, we're trying to stay away from these starches. Well, it's in our vitamins and it's in our minerals. It's in our seasonings. If we go back and we look, it says it has rice flour in it, or it has wheat flour, and we're overlooking that thing because we're trusting the label on the front. It says it does this, but we're not looking in the back that's saying, I'm here to fuck you up and you don't know it. That's what it's saying. I'm here to fuck you up and you don't know it because I slipped this shit in right here. And it don't even fucking belong there. You don't even need it to consume it. What I'm trying to say is, it works without it, so why the fuck is it in there? Why the fuck is it in there? Why are we getting this shit slipped in every fucking thing that we touch and eat? This drain cleaner. Because it's not rice, it's fucking drain cleaner. Because the rice of our great-great-grandparents, our fucking ancestors, excuse my language, I don't mean our fucking ancestors. I'm just fucking pissed that we go through this shit. I'm pissed that we go through this shit. But the rice of old, the beans of old, because legumes, all are high lectin. There's not one legume that's not, right? And that means coffee beans, too, just so you know. A cup of coffee is a high lectin protein, drops the immune system, right? Because it's a legume, comes from the legume family. What was that part? I don't remember where I was at and the point I wanted to make. Our great-grandparents, when they cooked these things, they cooked it different than we did. Let me give an example. Tomatoes and chilies, beans. They go through a process that took forever for our great-grandparents to make. And we were like, why don't you just boil it? Why don't you just make it with the skin? Why don't you just eat it with the seed? Well, the high lectin protein's in the seed of the chilies and the tomatoes, and it's in the skin, and this is why they took the time to burn them, peel them, take the seeds out, then make you your salsa, then make you your tomato sauce, then give you your chiles. The beans, they would sit them overnight in the water, they'd swell up, lose, they're doing everything to start taking off this high lectin protein. Cook them forever, high pressure cook them, because that extra heat kills the protein. Now, we don't have the time to do that, a lot of us, because of our lifestyle. And the people cooking for us definitely don't fucking do that, because everything's like, come on, move it and move it out, move it and move it out. But those things matter because it protects our system. And so to live in this high-paced, high-toxicity life that we're in, we have to pay attention, or at least I fucking pay attention to these things. You don't gotta fucking do nothing. I do it, and I'm showing you why I do it. And it seems to fucking work, because I'm doing good, I just sparred today for the first time in a long time, and I love it. I hope to get a fight before the end of the year. That's my goal, is to get a fight before the end of this year. Let me see who's talking on here, because I haven't said anything to anybody. I do apologize. All right. Oh my God, I'm so glad I met you today. Oh, hi, I met you at the gym. Yeah, we're going to talk about your thyroid and stuff. Oh, I did talk about the thyroid. That's the biggest problem that thyroids have. Nobody's telling them to stay away from fucking soy. Nobody's telling us why that is so important. So start looking at that. Let me see. Eloisa, yeah, I just met you today at the gym. Thank you for that. Stay away from anything that says soy, that's in your creams, that's in your shampoo, that's in your soap. Not your soap. Oh yeah, well, soy's in the soap too. I didn't mean this. It is in the soap. Check your soap and your toothpaste and your food, everything. That would be a big help for you, Eloisa. Chris, the fish. All right. So, you're Chris the fish. I thought that was a question, Chris. That's so fucking funny. Because I'm gonna talk about fish right now. So I thought you were asking me a question. That you are Chris the Fish. What you got? It says you moved your question. All right, you moved your question. Maybe you ask me later, Chris the Fish. We're gonna talk about fish right now. How long does it take to detox from all this stuff? So, Eloisa, let me see if I'm saying your name right. Yes, Eloisa. There is no, I'm done, I finish. It's like saying we're in the ocean. When am I not gonna be wet? Well, we're in this motherfucking ocean together. You're never gonna not be wet. Let's try not to fucking drown. That's that's what I'm helping us is not drowned. Because we can't get out because it's everything everywhere. So it's a lifestyle change. As you start seeing things get better, it starts becoming part of your lifestyle. As you start getting younger, as you get older, you're like, I could fucking roll with this. I could do this. This is fucking nice. I like this shit right here. I've been able to tighten my stomach with creams that have nutrients in it. I'm serious. I ain't fucking around. I can't wait to show you guys. I just work too hard. Train, work. I barely have time for this, right? And so eventually I'm going to fight, have a platform, show what I'm doing, and be able to claim what I do, because that's very important. I'm going to give all this information, all this fucking pain and suffering that I went through to learn this shit, just so somebody else can see what I'm doing and act like they figured this out on their own. Fuck no. But I will have a product for everybody, for everything that I'm talking about. And then I'm going to show everybody how to do it themselves so they can duplicate it wherever they're at and get it to their family and get it to their neighbor and sell it in their area. Because they try to stop us from selling it, right? Shipping it. Well, that's fine. You already know how to do it. Fix it, make it where you're at. Get better, get stronger. And I'm going to have a product available for those who don't got time. And that's how I'm going to make my living. Once I'm not a bus driver, once I get a good fight, once this train starts fucking rolling, that's my objective. That's where I want to go. So there is no timeline, Louisa. This is a lifestyle change, but you're gonna get younger, better, sexier. So go for it. And that is start with removing nightshades from your diet, milk that's pasteurized drops the immune system as well. I eat only raw milk, raw dairy. Sprouts has raw milk. Some Sprouts have raw milk from their local farmers, and you can get it there. You can look up, I go to Summer's Fruit Barn over here in Arizona, in Tempe, and she gets it from the local farmers, and that's where I go and get it. That's the milk you want. Milk that comes raw from the cow and not pasteurized. Once it goes through 160-degree pasteurization, it kills the protective proteins, and the high lectin protein is the only one there, and it fucks us up, opens up our intestinal walls, poop comes out, our body's like, oh shit, I'm under attack by shit, this is real shit, oh shit, that's what's going on, and our body's trying to fucking fix itself, so it can't get younger, better, faster, repair this and repair that, because it's on the fucking defense. But guess what? There are no soldiers, because they all fucking went to lunch on a break for 8 hours because they were dropped. This is what's going on a subatomic level inside of our body, and we got to know this chemistry, and we got to help ourselves out. Let's see. Chris the Fish. I'm glad you got something to say, Mr. Chris the Fish. You like being the boss of the spirit, or too shy to interact? So I never been asked that before. I don't even know what the boss of the spirit means, right? Because if you're talking about the Holy Spirit, that's the only spirit I work with. That's it. So redefine that question, and I'll be happy to answer that. I'm writing it all down. Awesome, Luisa. Muy bien. I'm going to go into the comment section and put what I stay away from to make it easier, so you know what the words are, and you can look them up when you go to the store. When you go to a grocery store, you ain't gonna find food. A regular grocery store, you're not gonna find food that doesn't have this shit in it. You have to. I get stuff at Sprouts, my fruits and vegetables at Sprouts, because it's local and it's the cheapest for the freshest, or not freshest, but grown locally, right? Doesn't go through all kinds of shit, and it's cheapest organic I can get. Then, but everything else in that store is too fucking expensive. So I just get my fruits and my vegetables right there, and that, or at a farmer's market or somebody who's growing something locally, right? Like the fruit barn I tell you that I go to, Summer's Fruit Barn. What else do I do? I gotta go to Trader Joe's. I gotta go to Costco for this. And so I have to find what I need in each section because I can't find it all in one store. And I definitely ain't gonna fucking find it at a regular grocery store. Those are setups for breakdowns. Those places are setups for breakdown. So there's habits that we gotta change. Chris the Fish. Will my stepsister stop hating me? Well, look at Mr. Chris the Fish. I'm not sure what you're asking about. Don't know what she hates you for. And you're asking me a random question like that. All right, got it. Good. Chuck, how you doing, Chuck? Nice being canned. All right, Chris the Fish. Yes, ma'am. All right. Let me talk about fish. I've changed my diet. You guys who've been watching me, I know I've been gone for a year through this homeless experience. I had to go through extensive homeless experience. I had to go through out here in Arizona. When I was in Texas, it was the last time I was talking to you guys, Austin, Texas. And I had stopped eating chicken. And I said I was going to stop eating chicken, right? So I stopped eating poultry, chicken, birds, categories since August 2023. I haven't touched it because I'm going to get a tattoo of the Holy Spirit, the dove, right here on my chest. And how fucking hypocritical it would be of me eating a fucking chicken wing or chicken, drumstick with the Holy Spirit on my chest. That's a hypocritical shit. So I'd pay attention to that detail. Now, if you ask me, well, why do I eat eggs, right? Because I eat eggs like a motherfucker. I eat eggs to save my life. Seriously. I had to go through a big old meditation, understanding, really get deep in the thought, like, why can I eat eggs but not chicken? And I'm not looking for justification. I had to look for what is the reasoning in that. Because if I can't eat eggs, I'm going to fucking starve to death, right? That's what I was thinking back then in 2023. I just need to tell you guys because I had to go through the process. And that process was, to put it in short, narrow it all down, is eggs are sustenance, right? Meaning they sustain us with nutrients and health and vitality and life. Chicken is I had to kill life to then eat the flesh for sustenance. Eggs is a product of the chicken without the pain from the chicken or the embryo to feel me take its life for me being able to sustain myself. It is the most cruel-free food we can eat are eggs. Cruelty-free. Meaning, if we got our chickens working like fucking dogs to lay eggs, yes, that's cruelty. We got to fix that shit. Agreed. But consuming eggs, there's no sacrifice of life for me to eat it. That was my reasoning back then, right? I'm trying to tell you where I was in 2023. And that is what helped me understand. But it wasn't enough. I was like, I need to understand, like, better. I need better understanding. And then I could see a mother giving milk to her baby, right? To sustain the baby and give it sustenance. But then the baby's not eating the mother to gain its sustainability. That's the difference. So when I put it in that context, I said, that shit makes sense. So giving of me to give to my baby makes sense. But once that baby has to eat me, kill me, take my blood and my flesh, that's different, right? It sounds fucking exaggerated, but it makes sense when we look at the picture like that. So that's how I look at eggs, and that's what makes me eat eggs and not eat chicken. Because I'm going to be wearing the Holy Spirit on my chest. I don't have no tattoos yet, but that's coming. Give me a second. Yes, ma'am. Chris the Fish. Supermodel, your face, and bodybuilder, double trouble. I'm going to take pieces of that because it sounded like in pieces, but I feel you're giving me a compliment, and I appreciate that. Thank you. All right, kid. Chris the Fish, how do you make time for yourself? I don't, Chris the Fish. I sit on my little couch right here. I drink my tea. I look at all the little things I've collected since I've been homeless outside. And I look at all the little pieces I put together, and that's my downtime. I am so grateful, and I am so thankful. And then after 30 minutes, like, okay, I gotta hit this shit again. Let's go. Boom. And I gotta go to work. And I gotta do what everybody else does, right? This fucking grind that we don't want to do, but we gotta do, or we're gonna fucking go live outside. And still have to do this shit at the same time. Son chingaderas. Oh. So that's the time I have for myself. Today I sparred, and I went in on my day off. Usually I take Monday off and enjoy the fuck out of it, right? For myself. Because Sundays I give it to my kids. It's 100%. My kids come over from their dad's house, and my phone's off. All I do is focus on my kids. I don't know no fucking body. Just my kids. And then Monday, I gotta prep food for all week. I gotta wash my clothes, clean my house. And the last thing I want to go do is go to the gym, right? But today, I went to the gym on my day off because I gotta get my sparring in, right? Because I've been out for so long, and I expect to fight before the end of this year to get my first fight, my debut fight. But I can't do it if I'm not fucking sparring. So I'm in the gym, and I'm sparring, and my coach is like, you got to get your stamina up. I'm like, yeah, coach, I haven't been here for a long time, and I'm here on my day off. He goes, there are no fucking days off. And I'm just like, oh, there are no days off. So that's the short answer. There are no fucking days off. There are no fucking days off. Let me see. Good morning. So, where are you from? I don't know your name. It has something that, I don't know if it's Arabic. You can clarify that. I appreciate it. But yes, good morning. Over here is the evening. Buenas tardes, as we say. Or buenas noches, as we say in Mexico. Or in Spanish. Chris the Fish. How do you show off the life energy you are... Let me see. Read this again. How do you show the life energy you are thankful? Oh, how do I show the Holy Spirit that I'm thankful? Just give me if that's what you mean, right? How do I show the life energy, which is the Holy Spirit, the whole, balanced, complete spirit of love and compassion? Because evil motherfuckers have love. They got love. They say how much they love all the time. But they ain't got no fucking compassion, right? They got no fucking compassion. So that's how we tell the difference between mankind with the Holy Spirit and other kinds that look like mankind and they got no Holy Spirit because they're creature kind inside of mankind. And that's another story. It's long, and I'll make a video just dedicated to that and how we move these creatures out of mankind and cast out demons like Yeshua HaMashiach. HaMashiach means rightful king, anointed one, the one, right? Yeshua HaMashiach came to teach us, right? Very important. These motherfucking creatures are real, and if we don't pay attention, they'll fucking run over us, use us, and we run over others. So very important. But yes, the Holy Spirit is for people who are of the faith of love, right? And people who are of science and are not into religion, which I understand because I'm not religious either. I'm not a Christian. I follow Yeshua HaMashiach's way, but I am not a Christian because Yeshua was not a Christian. He was an Essene Jew who was not a Christian. Like I said, well, I'll make a whole another video to show where to go look this up and see it for yourself and be like, look, how have we not been told this? Well, easy. Because the opposition got the information, moved to the side and said, you look right there, it's not accepted. And will ridicule you and tell you why you're fucking wrong. because the opposition are Canaanites and they're running our fucking show in religion and in politics. But the Holy Spirit, for people who are not religious, going back to what I was saying, is a whole, balanced, complete spirit of love and compassion. It's a vibrational frequency that we can see in a pattern that literally we got the technology to be able to show that we can see this pattern that we emanate, right, from our heart, literally from our heart and our mind. When we feel, we think, and as we think, we project, and as we project, we create this pattern. And we don't have that pattern, no matter how many times we say nice words, but we feel shit. Meaning we're lying to ourselves. We're not in concordance and in ordinance. We're not in an order is what I meant to say. We're out of order. We're not balanced. So when we're in a complete spirit of love and compassion, what we feel is what we say, and what we say is what we project, and what we project takes effect. And things progress in the world, and it's like a safety net against this evil force that consumes life force once that shield is down. And it's done a really good fucking job of breaking us down because we don't understand the subatomical. And the subatomical is the soul. For religious people, it's called the soul. And for those who are not religious, it's called subatomical energy. The shit we can't see, but obviously it's fucking working, or this phone wouldn't work right here. We wouldn't be able to send a message from here to there invisibly, right? But effectively doing so, unless we understand that there's subatomical actions happening that we can't see, but it don't mean that shit ain't real. All right. Eloisa, all right. Thank God you went in today. So thankful for you. I really hope it helps you. Find me at the gym, Eloisa, and we'll hit it up step by step. I'm going to start sparring on my days off, Mondays at 3:30 right there. So you'll catch me there if you have any questions. And then we can update and see how you're doing. Do I worship the Holy Spirit? From Chris the Fish. So Chris the Fish, I don't worship anything. I respect, recognize, and follow a good lead. That's what I do. To sit into worship is to bring yourself down. Yeshua HaMashiach, everything it said, everything is on the same level. I'm not coming here to be ahead of you or above you. I'm here to be one with you. Let me show you how you fucking work. You know, if Yeshua was Tupac, that's how you say it. And I say it like that because I'm tired of people not understanding what the fucking message is. There is no I'm above you, I'm better than you, worship me, kill and sacrifice this animal, spill his blood to these demon gods. And they're only demon gods because they're demons posing as gods. Let me correct my language. They're demons posing as gods. I can't wait to show you guys where I found these fucking facts. One, I already knew it, but I needed the fucking data on paper. I needed it fucking on paper before I could bring it to you guys. Because what I sense and what I know and what I see, if I can't fucking find it on paper and some fucking data for the scientific ones out there, I don't bring it to the table. Because I like to whoop ass on fucking both sides. I don't like to get my ass beat on one side and I can't go defend on the other side. Fuck shit up all across the fucking board. Because we got to get on the same fucking page. Or we, our species, mankind, is going to be fucking finished. Because we're fucking fighting ourselves. Christopher, Chuck. Let's see. Chuck, what you got, Chuck? Have you ever read any Rudolf Steiner? Let me tell you about Rudolf Steiner. That motherfucker's a Luciferian. Fuck Rudolf Steiner. I read Rudolf Steiner to find out how does the opposition work and it's busting our fucking ass. How the fuck are they doing it? So, Rudolf Steiner is the sophisticated, intellectual, or I should say, Luciferians are the intellectual, sophisticated version of Satanists. They're on the same fucking team. Not my team. They're on that fucking side of this line. That shit matters. Rudolf Steiner speaks like every other fucking Luciferian. A lot of wisdom, a lot of truth. So you're like, oh, I don't deny it. Then he fucking slips it in and fucks you over worshiping his fucking Lucifer. Lucifer is a real being And when I say a real being, is angels were made to help mankind. And Lucifer was an angel, first one made, that was fucking defective. If anybody's noticing the fucking world we're in, and this shit don't look defective, then you're just in a different world. We'll leave it at that. We ain't fucking conversating about it. Angels are. Now, I've said this in other videos a year ago when I was recognizing what the fuck is going on, because it's taken me years to understand what the fuck is going on. You ain't gonna find it written down. You gotta triangulate information and recognize in the middle what's happening. That's like a bad guy saying, hey, I'm right here. He ain't gonna fucking tell you where he's at. You gotta fucking figure this shit out. So I had to figure this shit out on what are these angels? What is this whole God thing? These gods, this pantheon of gods, angels. What the fuck is going on? I've been going through this for the past 3 years, and I got it down, reduced, simmered, and something to present to you guys finally. They want to talk about what the fuck I didn't know. But you were able to see my progression, and I'm recognizing shit is going on around me. But I got an understanding of what's going on and how we're getting so easily fucked over. So as far as Rudolph Steiner, he's a fucking no-go. I don't follow Luciferians or Satanists or witches or fucking wizards or anybody that claims they talk to demons. You can't be on the good side and fucking talk to demons because you think you got some fucking power. If anybody does that shit, which a lot of people do, you see them on YouTube talking about this shit all the time that they just tap in. Now you don't just fucking stick your toe in there, because those motherfuckers got different kind of phenomena, powers, abilities that's not mankind. And we can barely handle motherfuckers that are mankind in our life. And we think we can go in there and have power to tap in place. Fuck that shit. Don't communicate with demons. Don't talk. Don't fucking negotiate. We ain't talking. There ain't no communication. And so when people think that they can go in there and manipulate demons laughing his fucking ass off because it's going to fuck you. Because it got your soul, pendejo. It got your fucking soul. You can play this life all you want, but the real prize is the soul. And it's where the soul goes when your body stops fucking working. That's when you recognize you got fucked. But then it's too late. Don't fuck around with demons. So I respect the Holy Spirit. I recognize it what it is. And you give to it, it gives to you. You do right, you get right. You respect water, water respects you. You fucking pollute the water, you're gonna fucking die. That kind of basic. Chris the Fish, be in control of your vibration. Let me tell you something, Chris the Fish. My vibration is strong as a motherfucker. I didn't come here to say nice words and make you fucking feel better, or anybody else, right? Let me take the you away, because it's not about you. But this statement, just in case anybody else has a question about it, I'm not here, or ever will be here, while I'm alive, to be that peaceful warrior, that quiet, calm, talk with nice words. Go somewhere else for that shit. This demonic situation that we got going on with our world takes a force that's as great or greater to fucking break it down. And this doesn't mean I fight. This means mental fucking capacity. And it comes out in my words. And I know what I'm saying and why I'm saying it. And how I am causing an effect to wake the fuck up. Because we're too fucking comfortable in theory. Sitting our fucking ass, scratching our head, yanking our fucking dick, and going nowhere. We're either gonna make shit happen or shut the fuck up and move over to the fucking side, because we got shit to do. Because our species is about to fucking be done. So you won't get that from me. You don't get that soft, gentle control. I ain't got it for you or anybody else. Brazil. I gotta say your name. Reginaldo. Órale, ¿cómo está Reginaldo? I don't know any. My Brazil, my Portuguese. Just all went out. It's probably because I'm being put on the spot. I can't remember. But I love the Portuguese language. Oh, it's so fluid. It's so pretty. It's beautiful. The Portuguese language. Hello. Let me go over and start talking about why I stopped eating meat recently. August. So you know I stopped eating chicken. Before I stopped eating chicken, I was a year. 2023, I stopped eating chicken. And before I stopped eating pork, and you can see on my YouTube and on my Facebook, these are things that I ate. I used to have a whole chicken in my bag and walk around with that shit. I always had a whole goat cheese and a whole chicken, and that'd be my food to go. You need some chicken? No worries. I got some right here in my purse. And my kids know that shit is real. I ain't even playing. And for carnitas, ay, olvídate. I used to do videos about how good carnitas were here, and the best place to get carnitas in San Luis Potosí. Carnitas is shredded pork. It's in a style made in Mexico, right? So I stopped eating pork. Then I stopped eating chicken. And now since August, hey, it's funny, I do this in August, right? I did this August 2023. Stopped eating chicken, and now August 13th, I stopped eating beef. August 15th, I stopped eating beef. That's funny. I just realized that right now. And the reason why I stopped eating it, I'll explain it in another video so that I don't go on a tandem right here. Because I want to talk to you guys about why I'm eating seafood, right? And the iron that I didn't know when you take out of your diet, how to make you really weak mentally, weak physically, when you don't have heme iron. I didn't know this. I never looked this up. I don't know nothing about it, but I do now because I went to the gym after not eating meat and everything was okay. I was doing right. I was doing good. Still on my supplements and my vitamins, feeling right. And then 1 week I went and bought a bunch of spinach saying I should get some iron in spinach because that's what we think, right? Popeye eating spinach, you get your fucking muscles. So that's in my brain too. And so I go buy spinach, and I mean that shit for a week. And then I'm just like, I don't even want to fucking go to the gym. And that shit ain't me, because I'm trying to get a fight. Me not want to go to the gym, that shit's not fucking normal. So boom, something's wrong. Right away, my thinking is wrong. Where the fuck is that coming from? Then I'm at the gym, and I ain't got no fucking power, and I'm trying to fucking throw these blows, and they ain't there. I'm just like, what the fuck? I physically don't have no power. I mentally don't want to even do this shit. And it's only been a week that I'm feeling this in this week. Meaning, I notice week to week how I feel on what I'm doing because I'm so strict on my food. I'm so disciplined on my food. You can offer me whatever the fuck you want. I ain't fucking eating. I don't care if I am hungry. I'd fucking be homeless and on the street. I ain't eating out. I don't eat shit made from other people. I have to know what goes in my body, even when I'm homeless and sleeping on the fucking concrete and going to work every day and busting my ass. I won't eat shit that I don't know what are in those ingredients. That's how disciplined and strict I am. I'm taking care of this right here, right? Because this technology will fucking eat right through me and break me apart. Technology is in the food, right? So I'm noticing that the first 2 weeks, I'm doing good with this whole vegetarian thing. I didn't know what the fuck to make for food. I got to think about new food, plans, and everything's changed. And I noticed I gained weight, lost muscle mass, just things weren't the same. But I didn't lose power. The week I lost power, I was like, okay, what'd I switch up? What's different? And it was all the spinach I was eating every day. So I'm like, let me look this shit up. What the fuck is going on with spinach, iron? What's up? Because I could feel, and I know that if I stop eating red meat, I'm losing iron. Because when you're on your period as a female, you lose blood. I lose power when I'm on my period. I'm at the gym. No matter how much I want to fucking make shit happen, I ain't got it. Because I'm losing blood. Like if you go and give blood and it's drawn, go see how you do in the sparring ring. You ain't gonna do too fucking good like you did before when you didn't have your blood drawn. So when we lose blood, we lose iron. So I already knew that me not eating red meat, I'm losing iron. So I'm thinking I'm gonna gain some iron eating some spinach. I got fucking worse. So I looked up spinach, and then I found out that there's a difference between heme iron and non-heme iron. Hemoglobin, right? Blood. I didn't know this shit. And you know why I don't need to know this shit? Is because I don't know that I need to know this shit until I need to know it, because I noticed that something's wrong, something's off, and me losing my power in the gym in 1 week makes me go look. So now that I go look, and the difference between heme iron and non-heme iron is vegetables like spinach, or let's just say spinach, the vegetable. I don't want to throw no other vegetable in there, but particularly spinach will block your uptake of iron. So not only am I already losing iron, but I'm blocking any iron that I might be trying to get up into my body, and I can fucking feel it. Most people don't fight for a living and also go to work, so they can't notice a big difference. But when you try to fucking throw some blows, and you can't throw no blow when just last week you were throwing some strong blows and now you can't, something's off. Unless you're a secretary and then doing some sparring or hitting some bags, you won't notice that difference, because when we're just living a regular lifestyle, we don't notice. We're just like, oh, I'm just extra tired today, but I don't know. But you got me hitting the bag, and I can't hit that bag. There's a big difference in performance. So it takes something extreme to notice these details, and fighting is extreme sport. And so this is why I'm able to notice these things, because if I wasn't in that gym hitting something hard and then losing my power, I would never recognize it just going to work, because there's no push, right? There's nothing taking me to an extreme, so there's nothing for me to be able to identify and notice. And this is pretty much how my whole life is, you know? Something happens to me, now I gotta figure out what the fuck is going on. That's how I find research. That's how I look things up, and then I share with you guys so you can see how I implement, find information. I don't follow information because I'm told. I follow information because I'm looking it up, because something's happening to me. So I can only talk about what I know. I would waste your time and my time talking to you about what I think, and what probably, and what could be, and what might be, and what this guy's saying and that guy's saying. I just can tell you what I fucking recognize and what I feel, and then I find the research, and then I direct you in that direction, because it's on point, and it's causing us a problem. And we can make the correction, or I'm making the correction, and I'm showing you why I make the correction. So I want to show you guys the fish, why I'm eating clams. And I found this one. I've been eating this one for a while, and I only get it when it's on sale because it's so fucking expensive, man. I got it for $2.50 when it's usually close to $5, but safe catch. And it is the lowest in mercury. So I'm going to be figuring out now, looking up how to extra detoxify. What I already do in my lifestyle already detoxifies by the minerals I take, and the vitamins has a detoxifying effect, and the grapefruit helps with glutathione in the liver. So I'm always detoxifying as I'm eating, but I got to make sure to extra detoxify for heavy metals, because it's prevalent in seafood, but I can't lose no iron. I can't lose no power, no strength. Not like that. You know, that not just because I fight, I could not live my life like that. Oh shit. It's like, I recognize this stuff because I'm preparing to fight, right? But if I was preparing to fight, my life would just be like, fuck. It's already like, fuck, right? But it'd be worse, like, fuck, I can't move forward and I don't know why. Well, it's nutrients. Nutrient deficient. We are nutritionally deficient, or something's blocking, or something's not right. And this is what I recognized about the importance of heme iron. And the iron inside of these baby clams, right, is 150% of the recommended dose. That's some good shit right there. Like, I can't wait. I just started yesterday. That's how recent I am about the clams, because now I got to make up a bunch of different clam ideas, oyster ideas. New Orleans, I had the best oysters of my life, so I got to figure out how they make the adjustment on the flours that they use with the flours I use, and make those wonderful, gosh, I can't even remember the name of the Louisiana oysters, but they're famous out there, so good. So I gotta change my lifestyle again of what I eat, so I can get the protein and the heme iron that I didn't know we need for strength and physical fucking power and mental power. Mental power. me go to these. Chuck, do you think there are people who investigate the spiritual world in the same way that materialistic scientists investigate the spiritual world? So, investigating the spiritual world, that's what I understood. Do you think there are people who investigate the spiritual world in the same way? So, science and faith. I don't say religion because religion is how our faith of the people has been hijacked. Religion is a hijack of faith. These Canaanites who run our world, who sacrifice human life, animal life, to spill blood to demons, to get favors from, and I found it written in ancient Enoch book. So I'll be able to prove what I'm saying and how I bring this back with verifiable truth, that before they were fallen angels, they were angels who got misled by Satan's, not shit we don't know, that there were Satans before the angels fell and were misled by these Satans, as well as Eve was misled by these Satans, not fallen angels. So the angels that have fallen fell with these Satans and these fallen angels and Satans, meaning these fucking creature kind that this machine develops. Because I say that we're in a machine because I don't speak in theory. This is a fucking fact, and we can see it in the world that we're in and the multiple worlds that are now becoming relevant to us as a reality. I never speak in theory. It's a waste of fucking time. It's best to shut the fuck up. It really is. And work on it until you know before we speak. It's very important, because as long as we keep people in theory, we're never going to do nothing. We're just going to wait. And that's what the opposition wants. Just wait. Sit right there. Don't fucking be ready to pop off and make a fucking move and notice that I'm here fucking you over. And that's why I don't speak in theory. It's a dangerous word. You can work on something, but I don't use the word theory. What did I want to speak about? Oh, answering your question. Scientists have been led to only think in one way on purpose by Canaanites. The reason is because the subatomical is the spiritual, is the unseen, and physical matter can be proven by shit put on the table, data put on the table, and we can prove it, right? So that works for matter, but it doesn't work for the subatomical. It's like saying, show me AT&T network, put that shit on the table, show me it's real, you can't prove it, it's not real. When we know it's fucking real because we have connectivity that's invisible and it's working on a frequency, on a wavelength that's particular to its signal, right? And you got to tap into that to be a part of that wavelength. Now, we can't prove that and put it on the table, but yet we're always telling somebody when they bring us evidence of something supernatural happening, or something that, because supernatural is natural to our nature. I always want to state that every time I talk. Meaning we can do things with the thought of our mind and physicality, and move things because we're in a magnetic, electromagnetic field that by force of mind, things can be moved. Now, that's not paranormal, which I put paranormal with witchcraft, because it takes something else to make that happen through that individual who doesn't do it on their own, which is a supernatural ability that's natural to our nature. Two different things. Meaning people who deal in witchcraft, work with demons, and kill bodies, sacrifice blood, spill blood, cause pain and suffering for this big machine that we're in to generate its power, called quantum annealing. You can find that in D-wave machines, how they get powered on the lowest point of vibration. Well, in physicality, causing pain and suffering to a life form like an animal or human, spilling blood like that causes a lot of pain, which causes a lot of energy for this fucking machine. They get favors from demons that this machine fucking created, which are called Satans, that were before the fallen angels. You feel what I'm saying? These things were already in existence, these fucking creatures. We'll go into another video of what I mean by these creatures, right? But I seen them with my fucking eyeballs. They got human base with animal integration, meaning we outside of this machine are mankind first, and mankind's in this machine. Mankind is number one, and everything pops off of mankind because this machine can't create. AI cannot create an original thought. It has to copy whatever it sees. It mimics whatever it sees because it doesn't. It's not natural. The motherfucker's not natural. Human beings are natural, and they can create and generate thought that's outside of any box because we have that creative force. This machine doesn't have that creative force and uses it from mankind to generate ideas of what it's going to create, and it's created these fucking demonic creatures called Satans, right? I'm trying to go back to answer your question. So these Canaanites worship these Satans, these demon creature, fallen angel worshiping. I mean, they're all on one side, one team. That's not my team. You know, we're gonna call it the fallen angel Satan team. I don't know what to call it. There's so many. It's like earthlings. You got a whole lot of fucking earthlings, and they look really fucking different. They behave really fucking different, but yet they're still all earthlings. Well, these fucking creatures, well, we're gonna call them creatures, right? These fucking creature kinds that are opposing force to mankind. Make sure that our science doesn't ever figure out the subatomical and how to prove the subatomical, because then we'll start noticing that shit that's invisible is very fucking real. So this is why we can never get it proved or justified by Canaanites that it's real, and we're waiting for their justification. Fuck that, fuck them. Let's move it forward. We're not going with that. And we keep following that fucking lead as if it's important. I hope that answered that question. Chuck. Physical. I don't know why you wrote physical. You feel like the physical world. Yeah, physical and subatomical world, spiritual world are two different things and need to be gauged and tested differently. They don't follow the same rules. But like I said, Canaanites set the rules, and that's why they deny the subatomical, the spiritual side of things. Chris the Fish. JAW. Jaw does your husband. I'm trying to read what you're saying. Jaw does your husband feel you fighting and being so independent? I don't have a boyfriend. I don't have a side piece. I don't have a sugar man. I don't have nobody. That's probably why. Because I fight and I haven't found my match. Men just stare at me, but they don't come to me. Men don't step to me. And if they do, they're usually the big guys at the bus yard, but they stepped at everybody. And they're just trying to get married. Those are the only ones that step to me. But men don't ask me out. Let me see. Chris the Fish. You don't deserve gifts. You know, Chris the Fish, I really don't care if you don't like me. It just really doesn't matter. I don't care if you feel what I deserve and what I don't deserve. I know what I work towards. I know who I work for, and that's the good of mankind, right? I work for the good. I work to do right. And if it's in a Tupac aggressive way that you don't like, that's okay. That's fine by me. You do your life how you do. You get all the gifts that you want, and you'll be just fine. But you gotta ask yourself, Chris, why the fuck are you here? You don't fucking like me. I don't like somebody, I ain't fucking watching their page. Unless I want to be there fucking beefing with them. You want to fucking beef with me? I'll show you a little bit about yourself. The more you fucking talk, the more I can fucking see you. So you decide. Meaning we expose ourselves with our words and we don't recognize it. When we talk, we show our insecurity. We show our hates. We show our fucking fears. And the reason we can't hear it from other people is because we haven't faced our own. But when we face our own and we resolve that shit inside and we come into balance with ourselves because we've made peace with the fucking unbalance that we are and that we are imposing on others and hurting others with, when we come into balance, we heal. We heal. And then we can see everybody else's imbalance. And it comes out in the words. So when people want to fight me, I just let them keep talking, because all I'm doing is hearing the feedback that their soul is demonstrating that they can't hear, but I can see fucking clearly because I saw mine, right? Because I saw mine. So if you don't like it, you just leave. It's that simple. Here's the fish. I thought you wouldn't even be back here. Oh, you are. Wrong. That's somebody else, not Chris the Fish no more. Master Shadow. You this Ronin from the bus? All right. So I do drive a bus, but you this Ronin. I don't know what a Ronin is. So I have to look that shit up, because I don't know what a Ronin is. But yeah, I do drive a bus. So it's some funny shit, and I don't know no Master Shadow that sits on my bus and talks to me, so I don't know who you are. But you can type on there what bus route, and if we had a conversation, and I'll remember that shit. Let me see what time it is right now. It's 8:15. Started at 7 o'clock. I hope the information that I gave you guys about what I don't touch, that brings down our immune system, drops in like a Trojan horse, brings in the drain cleaner that's genetically modified into the nightshade vegetables and fruits and grains and nuts and seeds, that when it drops our immune system, this drain cleaner kicks in and fucks up our operations, and our signals are all wrong, fucks up our gut health. Our gut health travel is where we make our vitamin factories, where everything is produced, information is made, and then boom, sends up to the brain. But then the brain's like, I got some fucked up information, and the brain don't work right, and then the serotonins and the dopamines don't fucking work right, and then we get addicted to this and addicted to that, because the body's trying to stay alive to get its serotonin and its dopamines, and it gets it through alcohol, and it gets it through excess sex, excess this, excess that. And then we look addicted, but no, the body's just trying to fucking survive. And because it needs dopamine and serotonin to stay the fuck alive, it's gonna go get it, and it can't stop. Because our gut factory that produces the right information for our brain operations, for our neurotransmitters to fucking work right, are offset. So this is why I do the diet that I do, and I tell you guys about it. And in one of these videos, as soon as my vitamins come in, I ordered my B vitamins. I'm gonna line them up, show you which ones I take, the brands, when I take them, and why I take them, right? So all this can pop off and start working right. And we don't look for serotonin and dopamine through excess sex, through excess alcohol, through excess drugs, because then we start producing it, and then that don't matter to us no more. We're not driven to it no more, because we're producing it ourselves. The math is simple, the problem is fucking complex, and the solution, I fucking found it. And I'm gonna show it to you guys like ghetto knowledge, street knowledge. And then you can go find the data of what I'm saying to back it up on your own time, because it works. See if it works for you, and then make it happen, right? But nobody talks about it, because everybody wants to talk about it like it's in theory, and nobody wants to be judged, and they might take away their career. I ain't got those things to lose, because I've already lost everything, and I'm still fucking solid. I had to lose everything to know how fucking solid I am. Everything. When I say everything, I mean sleeping on the fucking concrete. Everything I've ever worked for just fucking drops like a fucking net. Drops, is gone. You fucking land on the floor, and you gotta fucking restart again. I can't tell you how many agains I've had of that shit in my life. But when I had to sleep outside and go to work and still not have enough to make ends meet, and still try to make enough money to eat some food and not be able to take care of my children and house myself at the same time, you can see it in my YouTube videos. It's been happening for years now, and hopefully I'm never homeless again and put into circumstances and situations that cause that scenario. But if it wasn't for those scenarios, I wouldn't be the solid motherfucker that I am today. So I'm grateful for all the pain and suffering that I learned from. Because in Mexico we got a saying, que no hay un mal que por bien no venga. Meaning, you can fuck me over all you want, but watch what it fucking become from it, motherfucker. Watch! That shit matters. Now, Mexicans won't say it to you like that. They'll say it softer, nicer. But that's the heart of what it fucking means. Like, you want to fuck me over? Watch this, puto. Watch this. I say it like that because this motherfucker's hard. This life is hard. And people like everything fucking nice and soft. Nice and soft is good for when you take care of children, right? When you have something gentle you gotta take care of. But this motherfucker that we're dealing with, there's nothing fucking nice about it. And it wants everybody to be soft, relaxed, and fucking nice so it can fuck us all. Oh, I ain't got that kind of fucking attitude. Light skinned guy, it's me. The 72. Alright. You know what? Light skinned guy, the 72. I remember the 72. I talked to a lot of people on the 72, known as the route from hell at the bus yard. Light skinned guy. Let me tell you, light skinned guy, that don't help me enough. Like, you gotta tell me what we talked about and stuff. Because light skinned guy on the bus is the same thing as saying, you know, short Mexican guy with a mustache. No manches, cabrón, neta. I mean, like, how? Which Mexican is that? That light skinned guy don't work. So just remind me we're on the 72. Be like, I'm Master Shadow. Let me see. You gave me your channel. See, I give a lot of people my channel on that bus, on the 72 and the other routes that I take, because I want to make sure to help people. So it's not that, I just got to remember what we talked about on the 72. From the East Coast. Oh, shit. Now I know. All you had to say, the East Coast. I didn't know you were called Master Shadow. Yeah, I know you very well. All right, so when my vitamins come in, I'm going to line it up and show you. You buy that shit, you take it, and then you give your testimony. All right, I want you to give your testimony, because ghetto knowledge means we're learning this shit from the ghetto. We're not waiting for it to be approved or justified by nobody. We recognize it fucking works, and we fucking roll with it. And you're one of those people. And when I say you're one of those people, it means you understand what I'm saying. I'm going to explain it. And I hope that the information I give you makes the difference that I know it can do. Oh, why'd you erase what you just said, Master Shadow? You just said something and I didn't catch it. But yeah, I remember you. I remember you very well. I'm supposed to be getting off it because I'm already in here an hour and a half, right? But if you got something you want to put on there, I'll be happy to answer it. Next week, again, we're going to talk about the flours I use to make breads, so that when you guys make bread, you're using these flours and you know why I use these flours. What genetic information, what information they're giving to my genes to turn on and to activate and to work in what manner. That matters, right? That matters, because what we eat and what we put on our skin affects our genetic information. It makes genes turn on and off. It's sending signals to behave and act and react in certain ways, right? Like doors opening and closing. You know, just putting anything in our mouth, you know, is not smart in today's world. All right, Master Shadow. I messed up. All right, no worries. You sure? I messed up. And love your shorts. I got what you're saying. I'm glad you like them. I gotta eventually do more shorts in short amount of pieces of information. That's something I want to do. I'm glad you brought it up, so that people can start running and looking for just that little section of information, so that they can digest that little piece at a time. It's like a little bite, you know. If this was just for adults, I'd say other language. Well, we just need it a little bit at a time, because too much is too much all at once, right? So pop it in there slow with some shorts. Want to say thank you to everybody for the hour and a half that you guys have given me. Thank you for do me a favor, you guys. Give me a thumbs up. I never say that, but I recognize everybody always says, you know, give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. Nobody ever gives me a thumbs up. Everybody always will step in and listen, but I don't get no thumbs up. I would appreciate it. This is Michelle Angelique, Truth and Integrity Warrior. Till next week, reminding you guys, don't forget about your heme iron and its importance, okay? And if you're not getting enough heme iron, look at your copper levels. If you don't have enough copper, you won't uptake iron. So that's another reason why I forgot to mention that. It's an important little detail. Check your copper levels. All right. God bless. Take care. And wait, Master Shadow says, when you're working again. So I work Tuesday to Saturday. And the 72 every Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday. I'm on the 72. All right. I'll see you around and we'll talk again. God bless and be well.